Well, happy Friday to all my beautiful kings and queens, gods and goddesses out there. This is Kiki coming to you today to send nothing but love, peace, and positivity your way. And today I received a download and was set on my heart to share it with you. So I feel like it's a little heavy. But I'm going to be obedient and I'm going to get this out. Self-love can save your life. Doesn't matter if you're male, female, or want to be in between. Self-love will save your life. Okay, this is how important it is. This is very vital to your soul. Okay, it will help you alleviate unnecessary drama in your life. It will help you maintain a regulated nervous system. It will reduce stress, because stress can affect your organs. It will also affect your skin and how your face age, cause you to lose your hair. That's what stress does. But we all have our own special spidey senses. It is called intuition. Don't ignore it. And even though you have been blessed with your spidey senses, there are demonic spirits out here that will come in and try to make you seem like you're losing your mind. They will gaslight you. They will lie to you. They will paint these delusions and cause you to fall in a trap. And you really don't have control. You won't have control over self-love anymore, because now the demons got control over you. And see, back then in the 80s, we couldn't speak like this because governmental officials will take people that are very gifted and very smart and try to label them or outcast them, much like they did our ancestors, when our ancestors knew how to tap into nature and appreciate the elements in nature and know how to heal us without having a whole lot of side effects of other stuff. Like when they tell you, oh, if you're having weight gain, take this. And when you take this, you're going to have side effects of diarrhea, possibly dizziness, nausea, and other issues that may arrive when you take this westernized medicine. So, like I said, you have to have self-love. Let me tell you when I had to wake up and discover that I needed to set, my self-love helped me set boundaries in my life, okay? See, before I really started to wake up, me having lack of self-love caused me to risk my body for love. And it wasn't even the best type of love. It was just a temporary, half-ass type of love. It will have you second guess your intuition. Like, for an example, when I met my partner, I just put it out there like that. I asked, hey, do you want to use a condom? Let's use a condom. And I was told, no, I'm not going to do it with any condoms. See, if I had self-love, then I would have been very cautious and just accepted the fact that, okay, I'm not going to risk my life for, somebody's, reckless dick. I just probably would never did anything like that. So it compromised my health because I trusted this person because they reassured me that, oh, they're good to go. They don't have no issues. That's what will get you fucked up when you don't have self-love. Here's another thing. It will cause you to accept shit that you really don't need to accept. Rather it's job related, you will be people pleasing, kissing ass, sucking up. That's kind of one time I put myself in that position where I wanted to go over and beyond. I'm working extra hours. I'm trying to act like I'm Superwoman on a job and stretching myself thin. At the time, I was actually getting ready to have my second child. And I was trying to do whatever I can to make my supervisor recognize me and see that I'm worth having that job, just to show appreciation to having that job. And that supervisor did not care, did not show me any respect. And I was put in a position where, like, I would run into some jealous ass females that wanted to compete with me. But I told you, I'm not about competition. I don't like that because it reminds me of when I was younger and I felt like I was put in a position where I had to compete for my mother's love and attention with my sisters. And so my mother would treat us according to how she feel about our father at the time. And so, of course, she didn't like my father and was pissed off with my father. So whoever father she was liking at the time, that's who got all the attention. And I don't like that feeling, because it's like every little thing I did, and I felt like it was for good, not because I was jealous or anything. I never was jealous of my sisters, but it was always, that was brought up. Oh, you're just jealous. And I'm like, why in the world I'm gonna be jealous of you? And I can say a lot of stuff, but I'm not. And I'm definitely not jealous of nobody's daddy, because all our daddies had something in common, same thing in common. So, but going back to what I was saying, one time on my job, I was, supposed to take turns. This is early on, before I even started working for public schools. This is when I was a little younger. I had my second child, and I was working, and my child had to pretty much stay with me. It was like a little private school. And so I was told to clean the bathroom certain days. So we all took turns cleaning. Me and the other teachers took turns cleaning the bathroom. Everybody else had a pretty decent experience. It was a simple clean, in and out. When I had to clean the bathroom, it was like one of the teachers would go in there, smear shit all over the toilet seat, wipe her ass with the tissue paper, throw it on the floor if she missed the trash can, and wouldn't even try to go and pick it up. Everything was just nasty, and I was the one that was left to clean it. And so I was like, man, I was talking to the director. I was like, why is it that every time I have to clean the restroom, it's got to be extra nasty? But when I noticed the other days, when the other girls go in there and clean it, it don't be that bad. And he was like, I don't know, but I'll just see what I can do. And he never really addressed the issue, because he was secretly flirting with one of the teachers. So that's why I said, I'm going over and beyond, trying to make this director happy and trying to make sure I get some type of extra pay, because I was getting paid minimum wage. And I just got slapped in the face with shit. That's all that was. So that's why I said, do not stress your brain trying to go over and beyond. And I'm not saying go in there with poor work ethics or, going there unprofessional, but just keep in mind that demons do not only hang out in clubs. Demons hang out in the church. Demons hang out in your workplace. So when you thinking you going in with a good mindset and a positive attitude, there are demons waiting to fuck it all up. So I'm just trying to say, just go with the flow and make sure you set boundaries. If you got to be cleaning, see, if they're going to turn your job, make you do two jobs, like be a janitor and do your other job, then they need to be paying you separately for both jobs. That's just how I see it. Okay. Hopefully somebody out there can take notes, and this will be a benefit for somebody, because I'm telling you, it is a sucky feeling to work your ass off for a company, and you come home tired and exhausted. And when you get your paycheck, you barely have enough to put gas in your car. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So just realize, when you have self-love, you value yourself, and you don't put up with just anything. Secondly, and I'm not going to really go too much into relationships, but, because I've been touching on relationships since I pretty much started vlogging, because, I do want people to understand that whether you're male or female, there are people out here that are fighting mental health issues. And because they haven't been diagnosed, or because they have made it just by a slide of a scale or grain, because they haven't been, Baker Act or anything like that, they kind of get away with a lot of BS when they know they're supposed to be somewhere sitting on somebody's couch in a white jacket somewhere. But because they know how to get past the borderline, that's why they're out here causing havoc in our society. So just be mindful of that when you are looking for somebody to, a companion. Don't go out here acting desperate. There are situations where I felt like, because I knew I was dealing with inner childhood wounds that I did not want to face, and I wanted to find someone to fill a void. I was dealing with abandonment issues and neglect. So it caused me to hold on to some toxic people longer than I should have. And it will cause a whole lot of mess in your life, because what happens, I don't know if you ever heard birds of a feather flock together. It's almost like their behavior and their mindset start to rub off on you. Even if you try not to be like them, some type of way, you're going to pick up their negativity. You're going to pick up unhealthy behaviors, no matter how much you try to fight it. And how I know? Let me tell you something. Now, many people may consider me a snitch bitch, because these topics that I'm about to talk about are facts. These are not just because I woke up one day and say, hey, let me make up some shit on some people, because I have better things to do in my life. Like I said, I have children to take care of. I got debt to get out of. I got a job to plan for. And it is not one of those 9 to 5 type of jobs. It's like a 9 to 9 type of job. And also, I am working on furthering my education. So I'm just letting you know, my plate is too full to sit up here and see who I'm going to make up a lie on. But I'm just using my knowledge and my information for you to learn some lessons and not fall in these traps. Okay. So I was brought up in a circle of people that was very mentally broken. And I do blame, I know people should take accountability, but I feel like the corporate or the root behind a lot of our Black people's issues is because of the powers that be, the government, the people that put certain things in place to see people fail. Because like I said, when you learn about Darwin, I think that's his name, Darwin or something like that. He's a well-known psychologist that came up with the fittest. Oh, I always say it. Why am I drawing a blank? And I'll try to put the quote somewhere. But he's just saying that whoever is strong enough mentally and physically to get through the challenges that's put in place by the powers that be, they are considered the powerful one. Those are the people with the strongest gene or strongest resilience, and they're able to plant stronger seeds versus the weak-minded one. That's, in so many ways, that's kind of what I'm getting out of that quote. But I had negative people in my circle, and I was the oddball because I will always be the one that try to mentally accept certain behaviors and try to make an excuse like, oh, okay, well, maybe because this the alcohol, maybe it's because the drugs. But I realize it's deeper than that. Some people be already jacked up in the head before they even pick up a bottle of liquor or any type of drug, sugar boogers. It just, to me, I feel like it was already some things going on. And that's why I said mental health, healed trauma and mental health leads to other detriments, other dangerous devices. That's what I'm saying. So this is what I saw in my circle. And then I'll tell you what I saw outside of my circle, but it was still close to my circle. Okay, in my circle, I saw domestic violence. I saw uncles, family members, cousins touch the girls, the females in our family inappropriately. And things were on a hush hush. I've witnessed, or I know, a 7 or 8 year old that was introduced to oral sex by a cousin. I know uncles that used to go on trips, walking trips in the woods, that actually used that to their advantage to touch on their nieces, and other things took place. I know some adults that actually used some of the elders in our family, the sickly, disabled people in our family, and took advantage of their money, and really did not put them in a very healthy position. It was almost like I watched people that was dear and close to me suffer on their deathbed. Instead of, people just kind of like, okay, I'm comfortable, things are in place, my environment is healthy. It was more like, okay, people counting down time. Oh, well, but see, when I point this out, then they get offended. And then the demon in them be like, I'm going to beat you up so you can stop talking about the truth. See, that's kind of what I have to deal with. That was in my circle. I dealt with a lot of stuff that I can go on and on and on about. But I decided to love myself because I knew I wasn't going to get it from the people in my circle. I was going to get that conditional love, that fake love, and I got tired of being in competitions that I didn't even try to be in. Like, I know some family members that was jealous because I was able to produce male and female children, but they were only limited to just males. And they resented. They in the back of their mind, and I seen it. But I just said, okay, I'm just gonna play it off. And they resented it. In my circle, parents neglect their children to the point to where their children, well, I'll say their child had to go and look for food outside of the household, and they ended up in the hands of a pervert. Okay, I've seen in my circle children grow up because of the lack of support and protection from perverts. They grew up to be prostitutes and sell their bodies. They were actually pimped out by some family members, adults, and their life was risked due to that. I've seen family members use money to take advantage of other family members and pretend and lie like, oh, they finna do the right thing with the money. And then when you look around, nothing has been done with the money, but everybody knew how to get high real quick. Or they go and enjoy it and flaunt it on Facebook like they ain't do nothing wrong and they always calling on Jesus. I've seen a lot of broken shit, and I got so tired, not just depressed because I'm alive, but I'm like, why did I have to deal with this shit? And then I'm being told to go to church and learn about Jesus and be good and kind and honest, but I'm still going home or being around a circle of people that's acting like demons. I go thinking that, oh, well, I'm gonna get away from this circle and I'm gonna just go and start looking for another circle. So I run into some lovers, some partners that got a fucked up circle too. I know some people in other circles that have parents that was abusive, that was gambling, that neglected their children, that I even heard of some stories about a daughter or somebody's sister that was sexually active at an early age, had a child at 13, and continued on having children. Then, on top of that, she contracted AIDS virus from somebody that she called daddy. That's what I heard. Right after that, the daddy passed away. Then somebody went off and got married. A mama went off and got married and had another husband that died with the same similar symptoms of the daddy, of the daughter, because, the daughter eventually passed away. Then I'm finding, it's like, that's sickening and depressing too. That's why I'm trying to cut and block off the bullshit. But then don't call out people in my group when you know people in your group fucked up too. So I've ran across a lot of really sickening stories. I know somebody in another circle have a nephew that's all of a sudden transgender. Tried to keep it a secret for many, many years. But he had to get it from somebody. Somebody triggered. Something happened. But everybody want to be shh. I'm going to make sure that I control the people outside our circle and force them to deal with our bullshit when we know we need therapy, we know we need help. That way it'll cover up the fact that we need help. Because see, if I got healthy-minded people stuck in my circle, then it doesn't look obvious that I got some real fucked up shit going on within me or within my circle. You see what I mean? So why did Kiki just go off to solitude and move away and trying to find a better day? That's because I was trying to save my life. I was trying to break generational curses. I did not want to see my girls go through with the shit that other girls and females went through in the circle that I was in. I did not want to see my son mimic the same behavior of the other circles that was near my circle. You understand? So it's like, I know there's no perfect person in the world. I get that. And it's hard. It is hard to fight the temptation, especially when you're already dealing with one depressor and then somebody else come in with another depressor. Because I told you, when you're already depressed about one thing, it calls you to do something else that does not make it better if you're not trying to heal yourself. When you're depressed, you eat a lot. You eat so much and then you create another depression because now you barely can move and do what you want to do. And then you have low self-esteem because people looking at you crazy. So now you got a depression on top of a depression. You understand? If you're dealing with any issues like maybe you dropped out of school and you're probably depressed about that. So now you can't get the job and the money you want to get real quick and fast. So then you go out there and commit a crime and get locked up or possibly trapped in a criminal situation that you can't get out of. And now you got another depression to worry about. So that's a depression on top of depression. That's why I say you invite spiritual demons in, they bring in other demons. That's an example of that. So what I'm trying to say today is I have a lot of love for everyone, but I cannot risk my life when if I'm trying to be healthy minded and I'm trying to break all of these curses of lack mentality or poverty or hypersexuality or substance abuse. When I'm trying to break curses like that, murder, because there were times when I really had to lock myself up from coming out to somebody. While they over there just chilling and like, yeah, I fucked over Kiki and I'm just chilling and I'm cool with it. I really had to lock myself up and really calm myself down and tell my demons, no, we're not going to do this today. We're not going to be another statistic that go after somebody that really, really did us wrong. You know what I mean? So I know my limits. I know how much I can take. But fighting, being aggressive, being a narcissist, I'm not trying to be on that level. And I cannot afford to risk bringing that in my circle, because then it may be a possibility that that demon that people are carrying around may bounce off onto me. I don't care how much protection. It's hard to stay fully protected when you are around loved ones that's sick. It's hard. You'll fall in the trap. I'm trying to tell you. You'll fall in the trap and they'll get you and you'll be right along with them looking like an asshole. I'm sorry, not an asshole. You'll just be looking broken. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. You'll be looking broken. So I'm just trying to tell you, if you are in my situation or you're dealing with something relatable, don't, first off, always protect yourself. And one place that I know that is hard and that's trickery is when you go into those church buildings. And I'm not trying to say, things in the Bible are very, very bad, but a lot of it is not helping. It's not beneficial. It creates division. It's always about division. All right. And, it have a lot of good, helpful stories, but a lot of it is about division. And the people that gave us that religion, they were about division. It was the whites better than the blacks. And because the blacks are cursed and the blacks are bad people, this is what they need to do. And that's why a lot of people cannot stop going to church, because they keep thinking, oh my gosh, I'm cursed, so I got to keep myself clean by going to church. But you don't understand that that is a ritual that takes place in church. And they have to cast out the demons somewhere. And if it's a lot of people in one building full of demons, what you think gonna happen? What you think gonna happen? They all locked in the doors and then they being cast out. And there's a whole lot of other people in there. There's babies in there. There's children in there. Why do you think children come out doing demonic stuff? They in the news too. Why do you think your baby start acting weird? Why is your baby acting like they already know what sex is like? Doing certain movements. That's what I'm saying. Those are spirits that can choose whatever vessel that's very weak and easy to get into. So stay prayed up. Keep your head up. And if you have to be the bitch, if you have to be all the names that they want to call you just because you don't want to sit with them at cookouts, or because you don't want to sit with them at the dinner table and listen to them lie and fill you up with a whole lot of greasy, unhealthy stuff, then so be it. So be it. Watch people grow and get blessings a lot faster than being in a group of people, being around a group of people. I'm not saying that it's not good to collaborate. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you have to use discernment. You have to know how much you're willing to tolerate. Because I'm telling you, I've been at many, many Thanksgiving tables, many, many, many dinners that was meant to sit and constantly talk down on somebody. And sometimes it's not even in a harsh way. Sometimes it's in an indirect way, or they try to make it in a jokingly way. And people are trying to figure out, okay, where is this all the entertainment we have? To focus on somebody's flaws or mistakes? So, or laugh at somebody cooking, You invite me to a cookout, just know it's going to have something to do with plant-based or some salad. So I'm just letting you know, if I got to show up, that's what's going to show up with me. That's what's going to show up with me. So just know that's what time I'm on. So I want longevity. I want my blessings, and I cannot afford to let nobody block my blessings. Dealing with demonic spirits that they don't want to heal and grow from. Now, if they're trying to say, hey, I want to go to therapy, I want to do better in life, I want to make better choices, then yeah, we right here. We can go and have a talk. We can hang out. But right now, I cannot afford to risk that. And I do not want anybody thinking I'm down with those type of behaviors. So it's a shame. But like I said, sometimes families come in just temporarily to do a specific job based on a divine contract. And then after that, it's time for you to move on and start creating you another spiritual family. Sometimes it's got to be that way. So, and I know it's hard. I know it is hard to turn your back on family and your circle. I know. But at the end of the day, it'll be worth it. So until next time, I'll be in touch.